me what my favorite Mexican restaurant is here in New York, and I'll tell you, Rosa Mexicano. I've been going there for many years, and their inventive yet authentic regional fare and the best guacamole and pomegranate margaritas anywhere are found. Well, I go to the one on 52nd and 1st?
8th.
Oh, 58th and 1st. And we have, of course, the culinary director, Roberto Santibáñez, right here to share a recipe from his beautiful new book, Rosa's New Mexican Table. But before we start, I just wanted to show a piece about your predecessor and your mentor and your muse, the wonderful Josefina Howard, and she was just a fantastic lady. What influence did she have on you?
She actually mentored me. She critiqued me, which taught me enormously. I had a small restaurant in Mexico City, and she used to come down and taste things and critique me, but in a good way,
yeah.
in a great way.
And then when did you come to New York?
This 5 years ago.
Oh, really?
But before that, I came up to be with her and learn, and we were very close friends too. So.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yes.
Well, she was just passionate about food of Mexico and wanted to share it with everyone, including me. So take a look.
She did.
Like it hotter?
We do.
You use more?
I've grown to like it hotter. You know, when I first started coming here 10 years ago, I would get just a little tiny spoonful, and I didn't really even like cilantro. Now I want, I can eat cilantro by itself. I love it
But you know,
so
when
much.
you go to Mexico, one of the smells of the city of Mexico is cilantro. It's wonderful.
Well, I was a guest. Well, how would you describe the recipes in your book?
They are still, some are modern, but some are very traditional. But the most important thing is I think we have simplified them for our readers to really be able to execute them.
And to get the essence of the taste anyway at home.
Without sacrificing at all anything. So that when a recipe gets a little complicated, we just advise you to make certain things ahead of time and then put it together last minute.
And what are we going to make
Great
today?
for entertaining. Today we're going to make beef enchiladas. And first anything, we need a salsa ranchera. And that is going to be made with tomatoes.
Yeah.
So if you can help me put those tomatoes while I tell them that these tomatoes have been roasted and peeled. They need to be slowly roasted.
Okay.
They cannot be just blackened. Because
so roasting either on a griddle like this or in the broiler. Can
or
you do it? Yeah.
under the broiler, yes.
Yeah.
And you need 20 minutes to the tomato to get soft, cooked through, and blackened. You don't want a lot of the black because you want a clean red sauce, but you really do that. So we're going to, now that we have these tomatoes here, we're going to
I'll show you these as we go along during this segment, just so you can see how you really have to get.
They go. We're going to put 1 serrano pepper in the blender, or 2. And the spice here, again, as in everything in Mexican food, is got to be done
and 2
little by
garlic
little.
cloves.
And 2 garlic cloves, which you're going to break up just a little bit. We're going to pour in this tomatoes in here.
So there's about, what, 10 tomatoes? Or
There's about,
a dozen?
I think, yes. And it is 2
3
pounds.
pounds. Or
3
pounds
pounds
it
of
says,
tomatoes.
yeah.
All right?
Roasted, peeled
Yes.
tomatoes. So you're
Roasted, peeled.
Okay, and
There
the
you
seeds
go.
are in the tomatoes. You didn't take the seeds out.
No, no seeds out, just the skins. You roast and peel. It's actually in the recipe, but now there's a reason why I put the garlic and the chili first. Is you don't want to overblend the sauce, so you put the garlic and the chili first, so the first is going to grab. All right, there you go. You blend this all into smooth. That's plenty. Also, when we say blend until smooth, you don't want this to be super smooth. You don't want to blend all the seeds.
Right.
Then your sauces become pasty.
Okay.
And you don't really want that. You have the onion that is called in the recipe, and a little bit of oil, and it's all cooking here. And we're going to, you see how when we say cook until translucent is exactly that.
So what kind of oil do you use?
This is vegetable oil. Plain vegetable oil. It can be canola, safflower, sunflower oil, or a mix. One thing Mexicans never really grabbed was the flavor for full-bodied extra virgin olive oil in our sauces. We use it for other things, but not like to cook with.
Now this is a cinnamon stick?
Now we're going to put in there a little piece of cinnamon stick, but it's Mexican cinnamon.
Oh, it's all beautiful and falling apart and so fragrant.
Right, and very fragrant. And we're going to tie that up and drop it in while this cooks and boils. I'm going to put a little bit of salt.
Now you're tying it up because you don't want those big pieces of cinnamon stick.
Well,
It's sort of woody.
exactly. If you want to pick them up, that's fine. If you don't have the cheesecloth,
Okay.
it's totally fine. And we're going to put a little bit of sugar, just because it's the beginning of May. Our tomatoes are not quite there yet, so a little sugar helps to bring the sweetness of the tomatoes out.
And you simmer that for how long?
And we're going to simmer this for actually about like 25 to 30 minutes. And there again, we're going to have one ready so you can see the right consistency
Okay.
of it. Because for us, when we say thicken, doesn't necessarily mean that the sauces are pasty.
Right.
They're going to cover up the enchilada, so it's very important for us to do that. So that was the sauce, and now we're going to go to the filling, which is made with chopped beef.
And cut beef, but not chopped like fine.
Right, it's kind of like roughly cut, is maybe quarter-inch pieces. And for that, we have some oil heating up here. All right.
Oh, wait, can I just show how the tomatoes are starting to sizzle? This is so much fun to do. They're just starting to soften. I love this, Roberto. These are great. And they're getting,
beautiful.
yeah, see, they're starting to get black.
That's nice.
Yeah.
But not like right away. You see,
No.
when you get it too hot, you're cooking them like right away. You need to slowly get them going so they cook.
Are they going to split?
And some of them are.
Yeah.
And they're going to make a little bit of a mess in your pan, and a lot of juices are going to come out, and it's all good.
Okay.
You know, it's all good. We have a very hot sizzling pan here. We're going to put the beef in here. Okay.
So how much beef is that?
This was 1.5 pounds of beef.
But
We
beef
use
tenderloin,
the
huh?
head of the tenderloin, so it's not as
smells so good.
expensive. And that gets 1 small white onion chopped. Very little garlic, not too much garlic. That's, again, differences with Mexican food and other cuisines. You know, for example, in this sauce, it's the ingredients are the same as in a Spanish sauce or as in a French sauce. It's just the process was so
slightly
different,
right.
that then makes it taste like a Mexican tomato sauce.
Right. And it looks like a Mexican tomato sauce. A paler color.
Right,
Yeah.
and smoother
Yes.
in the consistency. And that's gotten, because some people also tells me, like, why peel the tomato? And I think why peel the tomato is an important aspect. You're going to see the final sauce. It's going to be translucent and more elegant and smoother than if you would have done it with the peels.
Well, we're going to let the meat cook, and we're going to
Yes.
let the sauce cook. And when we come back, we'll finish up our beef enchiladas. Whoops. I'm back with Roberto Santibáñez and of Rosa Mexicana. And now that we're cooking the beef, it's done well enough, we can add all the
beef
flavors, right?
has cooked like maybe 8 to 10 minutes. We're going to add, we couldn't leave this alone. I mean, that's good enough right now, but raisins,
And blanched
Almonds.
slivered almonds.
a little bit of
Oh,
oregano.
yum.
You always crush a little bit the oregano, all right?
Oh.
This is a little bit of juice of our pickled jalapenos. The recipe for pickling jalapenos, it's on the website,
On our web, marthaStewart.com. Yeah.
marthaStewart.com.
Yes.
Little bit of just a vinegar.
What a wonderful pickle this is, too. You're going to love it. What's
A little
that?
bit of salt.
Pepper? Okay.
And cilantro.
Oh, your favorite.
And half a cup
Aha.
of the sauce we just made.
Oh, beautiful.
There you go. That's going to grab it all and make a fantastic, almost like a picadillo.
Yeah, it's really great.
All right?
And just let those raisins plump, right?
Just let those raisins heat up and the almonds and all the flavors come together, and we can ensemble the enchiladas.
Okay.
For ensembling enchiladas, if you made your own fresh corn tortillas, you don't need to pass them through the oil. But these are store-bought tortillas, so we need to soften them up a little
corn,
bit.
right.
So we have them in a pan, and we're going to pass them through the hot oil. You don't even have to leave them out.
Okay, so
Just
one side and...
15 seconds maybe on one side, 15 seconds on the other one. All right? And that's all we're going to do. You do 2, I do 2, and we've got our enchiladas.
Uh-huh.
All right?
So why oil? Oh, you want them moist, but you don't
You want them moist, and you don't want them to soak up all the sauce, and you're eating then, by the end of your enchilada, you're eating a dry dish. So a little bit of coating of the oil is going to make them really nice and moist, is going to impede the sauce to be soaked up by the tortilla.
Okay.
We got them all dried out. All right? we're going to grab a plate. Now, there's two ways of doing this. Like in the book, the photograph is stacked. So you can stack your enchilada. And I'm going to roll my next enchilada. So I'm going to give you a little bit of the stuffing that you need. All right? So let's say that that's a little bit it. Maybe a little bit more. It's a stack. All right? And I'm going to do this. Get my other tortilla on my plate.
Oh, next to it. Okay.
You're
mine stacked? Oh, mine's
no,
stacked.
You are stacking, and
Okay.
I am
Rolling.
All right? All right, so I'm going to do this.
Do I get more? Or mine's filled?
Yours
it.
is, yeah, maybe we should have put a little bit more. How about that?
No, it's fine.
Okay? And then we're going to cover them with the sauce.
Oh, yum.
So we're going to make it this sauce here. All right? Maybe a little bit more. And
Look at
I'm
that.
going to get a little bit of that. But this doesn't stop here. You know, Mexicans always have
No,
to
we
have,
have more
a
delicious
beautiful
things.
contrast of colors and consistency. So now you have beef inside, the tomato sauce around, and we're going to garnish yours first with a little bit of red cabbage, okay? You put, as the sauce is not very spicy, or you at least try to control the spiciness, you're going to put 1 pico jalapeno, whole. So it's not spicy, just if you
Look how
want
good
to,
this looks.
you cut into it and you get it.
And some cilantro.
A little bit of the cilantro. And if you want,
What a color.
you can sprinkle a couple of raisins as well, just to break up and make it really, really festive. How's that?
I would say acceptable. That is really beautiful.
Quite
And then this
acceptable.
too, how
And
gorgeous.
then we're going to garnish this one too. This is a little smaller. A bit of cilantro. Boom, boom, boom. And a couple of raisins.
Yum.
And we got a beautiful enchilada.
Rolled or stacked, you're in for a treat. And everyone in the studio audience is getting a copy of the new book and also
Wow.
a jar of one of the wonderful salsas that Rosa Mexicana
Those
sells.
are
Fantastic. Well, these are, so I'm going to eat this in just a second. Now, can I just show the tomatoes? Now look what's happening. They're getting soft and they're starting to split. And this is, just like you said, they're taking their time. Right?
They're taking even maybe a little too long, but they are getting ready.
And what's this?
Oh, that's a mango fork.
Aha, look at that.
Nobody's heard of a mango fork
Well,
before.
coming up, Roberto's going to show us how he uses this with one of my favorite fruits. We'll be right back. Well, I always love finding new uses for new things, and this is a mango fork. So what do you do with this?
Mango fork. Easy. You slice a little bit off the mango so you can find the pit.
Okay.
All right? You're going to prick.
Into the pit?
Yeah, into the
okay.
pit.
Okay.
There you go.
Yep.
All right? Going to turn it up firmly, and you make some slits.
Okay. Just with the tip of the knife through a little
Through
bit.
the skin.
Okay.
For you to be able to peel the peel off.
What have I been doing up till now?
Hey, you see?
This is beautiful.
And
So
then
you start at the top?
peel your mango,
just
right? You
peel right
start at the
down.
top. It sometimes doesn't come easy, and it's particularly, it has to do with the mango and the season.
Yeah.
So,
This is good. Oh, no, it works very well. And you don't get messy.
right. Of course, we gave you the best mango, Martha, so,
Yeah, I got a good one.
yeah.
This is beautiful. And then, how do you eat
And
mangoes
then,
in Mexico?
well, the thing is, this is the thing. Now you've got this. So what you would do is you would get a little bit, you can slice off the flesh of the mango onto your plate, like so. All right. So you have now 2 cheeks that, of course, you also are going to have a spoon or something. And then you can eat.
Oh, like a little ice cream cone. How wonderful. What a great tool. Thank you very much, Roberto. Great way to eat a mango. Tune in on Monday when I'll be announcing our first ever scrapbooking contest winner. And also the talented actor Peter Kauser is going to be here. And we're going to have a great time. Have a beautiful weekend, all of you. I love that.
Hi, I'm Christopher Maloney. This year, nearly 680,000 women will be diagnosed